Hey, Adam here with a simple and fast review of the Walther PPQ airsoft rifle, or I'm sorry, pistol. It is a 15 round pistol. It is spring loaded and uses obviously airsoft BBs, 6mm BBs. This package comes with the actual pistol, the clip, and then it gives you 400 rounds of airsoft BBs. So we're gonna open it up, kind of show you how all these things work, and then we'll demonstrate it.
All right, so just know that it comes in a what might be a difficult package to undo, depending on how strong you are. Some of these things, come and they tear weird, so just be careful as you're opening. I'm going to rip this open and do it off screen because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different pieces that are holding this thing in place, and I don't want to spray it everywhere. All right, so once you get it open, a couple things to note. You'll have your main airsoft pistol, a backup. You got your 400 plastic BBs, but your backup magazine, and then of course in here somewhere you'll have instructions. I always recommend that you read them, whether I cover them or not. It's always good to kind of know what you're doing as far as loading, how these things operate, all the parts, pieces, all that stuff. So pretty big manual that I'm not going to go into again deep, but just shows you kind of all the details about where the safety is, how to line up things, all that stuff. All right, so let's walk through this quickly so you understand how everything works. First of all, magazine. So to release the magazine that's in there, you're just going to push down. You'll see this thing kind of moves a little bit. That will release your magazine, and you then have 2 different magazines to work with. So to load the magazines, you'll see on the back here just a little simple slide. Slides right down, and you should be able to load your magazine with BBs. Now, I bought additional Premier ammo, same size stuff. Again, 0.12 gram, 6mm. This is if you're going to be shooting a ton, these are pretty sweet. But anyway, this is a nice little loader. So if you need to, you can refill this thing. All right, so I just learned a nice little lesson that when you turn these over, it doesn't exactly fit tight, sealed. So just be super careful when unscrewing this, because there may be some BBs that are just kind of not in and are sitting around this edge once you turn it over, and once you unscrew it and release, they'll be everywhere. Anyway, so the nice thing is it's reloadable. So if you do grab a bunch of other BBs, you can just kind of reload these, but this is a nice little piece to screw in tight and then load from. So all we're going to do is simply just tilt, and I think the number is 85 total BBs that this thing will allow. So once you get that kind of filled, what you may want to do is just kind of close it and see how it moves around. So it will kind of fill up in this top spot. So we're going to go ahead and get these loaded and just give you the exact details. All right, so they get up to 85 BBs in there apparently. So again, you're just going to simply load, and that should drop out and change. So you'll have 2 different magazines, which is pretty sweet. And now let's talk about loading the weapon itself. I say weapon, it's an airsoft gun, so let's just be aware of that. So to do this, you're just going to cock this backwards. So it is spring loaded, so you can see it is loaded like that, and then your safety will hold on there basically prior to shooting. And this will be open, as you can see. So just be aware of that. And again, to release it, you're just going to press down on this and get it back. but once it's been spring loaded, it's kind of easy to open, as you can see. Now, also, and I'm going to show because you can do it really, best way to do it is when you have a clip out. You'll see this right here is your safety switch. So simply twisting with that is the easiest way to do it, from what I can tell, going from safety to fire. So depending on where you are lined up, just be aware of exactly what you're looking to do. Obviously, safety off is going to be, right now it's in a firing position. S is safety. So I'm just going to turn that back on until we're ready to fire. All right, so once you've loaded it and you're ready to fire, again, just simply going to have about 300 foot per second shooting strength. I've got about 150, 200 feet in my backyard. Hopefully you'll be able to see this thing fire off, but here we go. It shoots pretty well. Again, pretty sweet. One more thing I want to cover is how to load the BBs. So one of the things I didn't really cover, and I need to, is in order to fire off the BBs, you got this big reservoir of BBs in your load and everything like that, but one thing you need to do is spring these in and down. You'll see, once again, this thing kind of fires off on its own. So one recommendation based on that is, if you can see up here where the release of the BBs will be, I would cover that up, and as you pull this down, again, it should lock in place, but it doesn't. It's not perfect. There's a little bit of a gap, but it has yet to be perfect on that, so it keeps firing things off on me. But what you'll do is want to just lock it in place, which it's not doing a very good job of, and well, kind of disappointing. So I'm going to go to the other one. So be aware of this. This is kind of a problem. It worked for me the first time, but now it's not working. So I'm going to cover that, and we're going to drop, and there it goes. It stays in place. And then what you need to do is literally just kind of shake this thing so that they kind of load into place. And you'll see a couple have loaded there. So I think you need about, it can hold about 15 in there. So just be aware that, you know, as you do this, I'm keeping my finger on that because I can feel the BBs, but, you know, we're only up to 4. So not a perfect system, kind of annoying, quite frankly, that it doesn't make it easier to load. So we just continue to kind of shake. And as you know, or as you'll see, is I'm following the exact process. It's kind of not anything but perfect to do this. And so perhaps I've got them too jammed in, so you may just need a little bit less on the capacity side. But once you do it, you'll see that I've got like 5 lined up, and then they are ready to fire when you load. So hopefully this review helps and give you some idea of the capabilities of this thing working. Again, a couple key points is when unloading or opening this, be careful, and when you're loading the BBs, just be careful, because some of these springs just kind of pop right back in and don't hold well. So just be very, very careful of that, because it's a quick trigger and may get you. So hopefully this review helps, and thanks for watching.